You hear the station at all? Yeah, there should be a recorded segment of what's happening right now. That's me. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it's all the pre-recorded stuff going on right now. Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School, where tonight it is senior night. It is homecoming. It's a big night here in store for the Roseburg Indians. Tonight, Roseburg welcomes in the South Medford Panthers for a conference showdown. These two rivals meeting for the 40th time in school histories. Of course, South Medford and North Medford were just one school there for a while, so the history against South Medford not as long as it is against North Medford. The 40th meeting in school history between these two programs. Last season, South Medford with the 37-0 win, and that gave them the series edge 20-19. We look forward to this matchup, and it is senior night, so we're looking forward to honoring the 8 seniors on the roster for Roseburg in here in 2023. Looking forward to that, and we are going to have the introductions and the bios on these Roseburg seniors from public address announcer Tom Nelson here in just a few moments. And we are going to go live with that here in just a second as we welcome you into the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to them for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Let's check in with the public address announcer, Tom Nelson, here on Senior Night from Finlay Field.
Seniors that have put a lot of effort, a lot of work,
yes,
a lot of heart, a lot of loyalty into this program.
It sounds like we are, see if we can get Tom here a little bit louder coming through. I think he needs to pick up his microphone. Yeah. Let's see if we get that here in just a moment.
Honor you this way.
There we go.
Number 2, Brayton Loomis. Parents, Vance Loomis and mom, Katie Kimball. Other sports that Brayton plays, baseball. His plans after high school to become a U.S. Marine, Semper Fi. Thanks for your desire to serve our country, Brayton. Next is number 4, Landon Hodges, whose mom is Alicia Akers, stepdad Dan Akers, dad Jeremy Slifer, and Landon wants to become an astronaut. Brogan Rackley, number 8. Mom, Jolene Rackley, Dad, Edward Rackley. Other sports that Brogan competes in the sprints, he's a member of the Roseburg High School track team. His plans after high school to become a firefighter. Jeremy LaPrey, number 11. Mom is Amber Carpenter, brothers Isaiah, Zach, Aaron, and Micah. Jeremiah participates in other sports such as baseball and wrestling. Another young man who has a desire to join the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you, Jeremiah, for your passion and loyalty and motivation to serve our country. Number 22, Caden Eckel. Mom and Alicia Olson. Plans after high school to join the military. Again, thank you, Caden, for your desire to serve our country. Dylan Bradfield, number 65. Father is Darren Bradfield. Dylan participates in lacrosse. After high school, he's going to be studying business at Umpqua Community College. Thank you, Dylan, for your patronage, loyalty to the Roseburg High School football program. Number 67, William Gathers. Parents Katie Bryson and Kevin Gathers, sister Riley Bryson. William's future after high school is also to study at Umpqua Community College. And the one that gets the award for traveling the furthest to play Roseburg High School football, our exchange student, Joseph Hood. Number 79. Host parents Jen and Eric Ranger. His sports include basketball and tennis that he will be playing later on in the year. And his plans after high school will be to attend a university in Egypt, his home country. Welcome to the U.S., Joseph. And the last senior, Nick Parrish, number 27. His mom, Kylene Weatherall. His girlfriend, Sydney Muntefaring. Other sports that he'll participate in, track, and his plans after high school will be to run track at Lane Community College. Your Roseburg High School graduating seniors, gentlemen, thank you for all that you've done for the Roseburg High School football program, for Roseburg High School itself, and we look for the best of success and luck as you go through your future years.
That is public address announcer Tom Nelson with the introductions on the seniors this year here at Roseburg High School. 8 of them there. Congratulations to all of them on nice careers here with Roseburg, and looking to finish things strong with a couple more games left to go as we get ready for tonight's kickoff. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Again, let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the matchup for you here this evening as a little bit of an extended pregame show with senior night festivities going on here at Finlay Field. Thanks for tuning in for tonight's broadcast of Roseburg football, whether you're listening on the radio or you're following the action with us online. The live video stream at 541radio.com. You can also watch it on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score to find it there. Hit the subscribe button to follow Roseburg High Sports throughout the school year. It is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We'll come back, take a look at tonight's matchup between the Indians and the Panthers after a 2-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Welcome back here to Finlay Field, where tonight the Roseburg Indians will get ready to take on the South Medford Black Tornado. They are announcing the seniors for the volleyball, or excuse me, not the volleyball team, but the cheerleaders. They're getting acknowledged down on the field tonight, as it is senior night for the cheer squad as well. So we will at least put them on camera. They brought back the wireless mic. I thought maybe they were going to do it all at the same time, and I would have loved to have gotten the cheerleaders there, but we will at least give them a little bit of screen time for you here tonight. So the seniors for the Roseburg cheer team out there on the field today as well. We're getting ready for Roseburg High football taking on South Medford in a good rivalry clash here. And Roseburg is coming into the matchup with a 1-6 overall record. And they are 0-5 in conference play. Their one win came in the season opener against Beaverton here at home. Since then, unfortunately, have not been able to get in the win column once again. On the other side, it is South Medford, 5-2 on the year, 3-2 in conference play. Right now, South Medford sitting in third place in a tie there. They're in fourth place and tied with North Salem and West Salem at 3-2 in league play. 5-2 overall for South Medford on the season, ranked number 16 in the most recent OSAA power rankings. As you might have caught in the pregame opening, the pre-recorded Friday night pregame show, we talked about the Columbia Cup, and we talked about the state playoffs. There's the two brackets that are going on now for 6A state football, where you've got the top 16 seeds. Those are league champions, and then top 16 ranked teams. Those teams go into the state championship tournament, where they will play for the 6A state title. Then you've got the Columbia Cup, which is the next 16 ranked teams, teams that qualify as automatic qualifiers out of their leagues, but are ranked in the from 17 to 32 in the OSA power rankings, and then at-large teams that qualify as a top 32 program that get a chance to get into that state tournament. So that is what's kind of on the line for a lot of teams here in the final couple of weeks of the season, either playoff berth in the state championship or the Columbia Cup. For Roseburg, look, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it is a lot of work to do. They've got to win tonight and win next week at Grants Pass, and then keep their fingers crossed that the computers will do them a favor and get them in to the postseason. We'll see how it plays out, but a win tonight would be the first step in that process for the Roseburg Indians. Coming off of their games last week for Roseburg, it was at South Salem. That South Salem offense is legit. They were up 16-0 after one quarter, but quickly scored 5 touchdowns in the second quarter to jump ahead 51-0 at halftime. They held the ball for only 2 minutes and 19 seconds in the second quarter. That is exactly how good that offense can be for South Salem. They only needed 2 minutes and 19 seconds to score 5 touchdowns in the second quarter, and they were up 51-0. Roseburg did have a couple of fumbles, had an interception all in that second quarter. 3 turnovers total for Roseburg in the second period, and those giveaways definitely helped South Salem put up the points. Roseburg did start out the night pretty well on the defensive side. Our player of the game last week was Caden Luther, who had 1.5 sacks in that game, helping put some pressure on Ethan Palmatier, the starting quarterback for South Salem. Unfortunately, just too much and too strong for South Salem, who's currently tied with Sheldon for the conference lead. South Salem is 7-0 on the season, 5-0 in conference play. Sheldon 5-2, 5-0 in conference play. For South Medford, they were taking on Grants Pass last week. They had a bounce back after losing by a score of 27-0 against Sheldon the week before. Last week they get a 33-14 win over Grants Pass. McConnell Brown filled in at quarterback. The defense forced 4 turnovers for South Medford, and the Panthers led 27-7 at halftime. Grants Pass did make it a 14-7 game in the second quarter before South Medford had a 93-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Cameron Ragu. He would turn it all the way and get the score before half, and that gave the Panthers the 20-point lead. Grants Pass mustered only 42 yards of rushing offense, 145 yards through the air. South Medford had 310 yards on the ground last week against Grants Pass. They like to run, and that is a bit of an understatement. They only attempted 1 pass last week as they got that 33-14 win. We're going to go ahead and take another 2-minute break here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. We'll come back, and we will break down the matchup and take a look at what else is going on around the Umpqua Basin here in just a moment on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Roseburg Honda, BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair.
Back at Finlay Field, where Roseburg is ready to take on the South Medford Panthers. Teams are getting ready to come out of the locker room. South Medford has made their way out. The Panthers wearing white tops with blue sleeves, black trousers with blue trim down the side. For South Medford, they have the numbers on the back of the jersey. Back in the front of the jersey, blue outlined in black for South Medford. They've got the black helmets with the black face mask and blue S on the side of the helmet there for the Panthers. Their captain's getting ready to come out. Roseburg starting to march out of the locker room here. Roseburg will be in the home blacks here tonight as they get ready to take the field. And black tops, black trousers with the orange numbers on the front and the back of the jersey. They've got the orange feather on the side of the black helmets with the orange face masks, and they will get ready to head on out on the field. Elsewhere around the conference tonight, taking a look at your other matchups, number 8 ranked Sheldon is on the road at Grants Pass this evening. North Medford is hosting McNary. North Salem is at West Salem for that inter-city matchup. And number 7 ranked South Salem is on the road at Sprague. Here come the Indians as they will run out through the banner. And they will take the field here tonight. The seniors will be your captains. They were already out on the field. They are headed out towards midfield for the coin toss. That is a look at your conference schedule here this evening. Elsewhere around the Umpqua Basin, we'll take a look at what is going on for our local teams here in the Umpqua Basin. BTB moving out-of-town scoreboard update. We do have a couple of finals in six-man football. Yesterday, it was Glendale getting its first win of the season, 7-6 against Gilchrist. And then today, it was a battle for the league title. Number 7 ranked Elkton taking on number 1 ranked Powers, and it was a good one. 26-19, the final score in that matchup. Powers, number 1 team in the six-man football in the coaches poll, they are able to get the win by 7, 26-19. I think that's very much a prove-it game there for Elkton that they can hang with some of the top teams in the state, but unfortunately don't come away with the win. Also tonight, Days Creek gets a 26-18 win over Riddle in six-man football there. That game earlier today down in Riddle for that South County rivalry matchup. Coin toss has taken place. Look like, I believe South Medford must have won the toss, I think. Just looked up and missed, I think, the signals there. So other matchups around Douglas County tonight. Douglas is hosting Coquille. South Umpqua welcomes in Sutherland. Number 4 ranked Oakland is at North Douglas. Yoncalla. Glide is hosting Rogue River, and Camas Valley, number 9 in 8-man football, is hosting Chiloquin here tonight. That's a look at your BTB moving out-of-town scoreboard updates. We will have check on that here throughout the night, keep you updated on what's going on with our local teams. And if you have a move that is going to take you out of town here soon, you can get in touch with BTB Moving. They provide the labor services for your moving needs. BTB Moving, a veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful company. Senior and veteran discounts do apply. Book now at 541-315-0122 or find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Well, we're about ready to kick this one off. Connor back in the studio. Just to let you know, we are going to have to skip our final 2-minute break of the pregame show. So just use those commercials for later on in the broadcast here tonight. So, and don't, you can go ahead and delete or skip the second open of the pregame show. As we get ready to go, kickoff about to come out. Roseburg will be kicking away, moving right to left on your radio dial. Looks like the Panthers will start with their offense on the field. Out there to kick it away, Jacob Michael, the junior, puts a low squib kick down to the 20, still on the ground, looking for it, picked up. Going right, back to his left, makes one man miss, makes another, and will slip his way out past the 25-yard line. The return man for South Medford, that is Bridger Foss, who will set up the Panthers with first down at their own 28-yard line. Welcome into the broadcast, everybody. That was your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Colby Schwartz, the senior quarterback for the Panthers, will be back in after a one-game absence due to a suspension last week. He'll be under center with the I formation behind him. He'll turn, hand it off to the deep man up the middle, paving the way, the big offensive line for South Medford. They will pave the way for the running back. And that is, well, it says JT Dalton on my... So Dalton is the fullback. That was Bridger Foss with the carry on first down. It was good enough for 6. He'll now run over the left side. He's got the first down and a little bit extra here tonight. And he will move the change. Foss with a couple of first down carries. And he will move the ball out to the 41-yard line. It's been 2 carries for a total of 13 yards for Bridger Foss, who led South Medford in rushing last week. And is the deep man in the I formation again. Turn and hand it off, running right side. Foss will get across the 45 out to the 47. A penalty flag out on the far side of the field. A little pushing and shoving going on at the end of the play. The penalty flag is going to move back the Panthers from the original line of scrimmage. They're going to get called for the hold. South Medford with their first penalty of the night, back to their own 31-yard line, losing 10. So it'll be first down and 20 now for South Medford. Bridger Foss, the junior, 5'9", 180 pounds last week, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 156 yards. He's got 530 on the season and 4 rushing touchdowns. He also is the leading receiver for the Panthers, 180 yards through the air with 2 scores. They're going to look to pass. They do get it to him out of the backfield. He cannot slip the tackle coming up to make the stop. That is Nick Parrish. It would be a short gain of only about 1 yard, but a penalty flag is out once again in the matchup. We are 10:37 to go here in the first quarter. And it looks like South Medford is going to be moving back once again. It's an illegal shift on the South Medford offense back to their own 26 as they continue to move backwards. Back-to-back penalties for South Medford, that one of the 5-yard variety. Up along the front line, 3 all-conference players from last year. Center Anthony Del Pizzo, a second-team All-League selection, will snap the ball. Rolling to his left is Schwartz, looking to throw downfield. That ball nearly picked off. Roseburg did come away with it. Did he hang on to it? And maybe it was, I thought Roseburg had it. The officials are conferring. Roseburg all staring, waiting to see if Roseburg's defender stayed in bounds. Interception, Roseburg! I believe it was Brody Robinson that came away with that pick. And Robinson will give Roseburg the ball. That is the 6th interception of the season for Colby Schwartz, and it was Brody Robinson that picks it off and is able to get his feet in bounds. Roseburg will have the takeaway, and they will start with the football in South Medford territory. The ball will be at the 35-yard line with 10-12 to go in the first quarter. The offense out for Roseburg. It's Owen Bentia, high snap, quick pass out into the flats, caught by Caden Eckel, and the defense gets to him quickly. Bridger Foss on the tackle, allowing only 1 yard on that play to the 34 for Caden Eckel, who slipped out of the backfield for the first down play. The senior looking to try and get to 2,000 yards on his career. We'll talk more about that coming up here on senior night for the Indians. 1 yard gain on first down after the interception. It is 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff to Eckel, running with the football, stretch it to the far side. He's just got the angle to get the first down, out of bounds across the track for Owen Bentia, who will race across the far sideline, picks up the first down, and Roseburg with momentum here early after the interception, looking to try and establish things early on against South Medford. The ball spotted out at the 24-yard line, a pickup of 10 on the ground for Bentia. Haven't seen him use his legs a ton this season, but he does so there. He came in with just 52 yards rushing on the year. He'll set up in shotgun. Eckel to his left. 4 targets out there, 2 to either side. Looking to pass, looks right, goes back to his, or looks left, goes back to his right. Tried to fit it down the seam and in and out of the hands of Roseburg's Caden Austin. It was just out of his reach, off his fingertips, incomplete on the pass. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Roseburg at the South Medford 24. Clock stopped with 9:27 to go in the first quarter. They'll spread out Austin and Dane St. Clair to the right side. McLean Stedman and Brogan Rackley to the left for the Tribe. In shotgun, move Austin in motion, give it to Eckel running through the middle, and not a lot of space for the senior back. The run only goes to the 23. A pickup of 1. And it'll be 3rd down for Roseburg. They've got about 8 yards to go. Caden Eckel came in with 367 yards on the ground this season, 3 touchdowns, averaging 61.2 yards per game. He is 35 yards away from hitting his last year's total, and he's 145 yards away to start the night from reaching 2,000 in his career here at Roseburg High. They'll bring in Maverick Akers, motion him out of the backfield to the left. Quick pass to the right side, one-on-one for St. Clair. Made the first man miss, and he fumbled the football out of bounds. He was at the marker, but the football was left behind him, and it goes out of bounds short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down for Roseburg. The fumble goes out at the 17-yard line. A pickup of 6 for Dane St. Clair. he was at the marker. If he had the football, it would have been close to the first down. As it is, it's 4th down and 3 for Roseburg. Akers will set up to the right of Bentia in shotgun. Robinson and Stedman to the left. Now Akers will move to the left side. Quick pass out to St. Clair. Makes the first man miss, but he gets hit hard, and he will not get to the 14-yard line. He will come up 1 yard shy as he gets to the 15. Roseburg ran the same play they did the previous time, and St. Clair this time made the first man miss again, but a big hit came in to clean him up, and it's a turnover on downs for Roseburg. 8:33 to play here in the opening stanza of our ball game. South Medford, after the turnover on the interception, will get the football back at their own 15-yard line. Offense back out. Schwartz under center. Pitch it to the deep back. Running left side is Foss. Stretches it. Roseburg there to make the stop, and a penalty flag out. Landon Hodges in there to force Foss to the outside edge. And that is where Roseburg had some more help to help bring him down. We'll see if this is a hold on one of the wide receivers out on the edge for South Medford. Up along that front line, Anthony Del Pizzo, the senior center, second-team All-League selection. Diego Luna, the second-team All-League guard on the left side, a senior. And then you've got the honorable mention All-League selection, a senior, Lee Moala at the left tackle. On the right side, Taylor Tucker, a senior, and Gabe Stazak, a senior on the right tackle side. So it was a penalty against Roseburg, and the football will go out to the 23-yard line, and it'll remain first down. Looking to run the football as they tend to do, South Medford will get the first down. Needing only a couple of yards to get there, they'll take it to the 27-yard line. And Foss will pick up 4 on his third carry of the night. Already with the one pass attempt by Schwartz. Actually, they've tried 2 passes, but 1 came back because of penalty. That is double the number of passes they had last week when they only had 1, and it was the running back, Ryder Scheid, that made that pass for a 15-yard touchdown. Shotgun formation for Schwartz. Looking to pass. It's backwards into the backfield, out to the far side of the field, and Roseburg there to gang tackle. It'll be a backwards lateral out into the flats. The catch there made by Wyatt Jennings. And Jennings, on what will technically go as a run, gets tackled for a loss back to the 25. Roseburg gang tackling there. A loss of 2 for South Medford. 7:21 and counting. Looking to pass again. That'll be a forward pass right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for South Medford. This time receiving the football was J.T. Dalton, and the junior gets tackled at the 20, and going even further backwards now is South Medford. That'll be a loss of 5. And Roseburg will force 3rd and long. 6:52. Play run in by the quarterback out to the choir boy huddle back at the 15. They'll break the huddle facing 3rd down. And they've got to get it out to the 37, so that is 17 yards to go. Handed off up the middle, nowhere to run. Dylan Bradfield, the senior there, will swallow up the back. Running through the middle, that is Foss, and he goes nowhere. He'll pick up a generous 2 yards to the 22, and it's 4th down. And Roseburg's defense playing inspired here early on. 6:16, this game will feature probably a lot of running. Punt unit out. Gannon Jones, the senior, is the punter. Low snap, but he picks it up. He'll get his right foot into it. Not a very good one, but it does take a South Medford roll as Caden Eckel was back to return, but will not get the opportunity to do so. The ball will roll to the Roseburg 32-yard line after the punt. So an interception on their first possession, and now a punt away on their second, and South Medford has not been able to move the ball consistently here early on. 5:57 to go in the first quarter, and it is still a scoreless ball game. Roseburg will start with their worst field position of this night after the interception set them up with short field on their first possession. They did move the chains once, but could not keep the drive going. 5:57 to play. Offense back out for the orange and black. 4 targets out there. 1 back to the right of Bentia. Move Robinson in motion. Give it to him. He's trying to stretch it to the far side. Will sneak around a blocker and a defender out to the 35. Will pick up short yardage on the carry for Brody Robinson. Robinson on the season, 8 carries for 69 yards. And he will add a little bit there for the junior. This Roseburg team does have 8 seniors on the roster, but they do have quite a few juniors that'll be back for next year. That'll be fun to see how their development continues to go. 2nd down and 7 in shotgun with a man to his left. That's Tyler Reitman. Fake the handoff. Late pitch out to Austin on the near side, but too much dancing around trying to find an open lane. And Caden Austin will get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for Roseburg. And it is 3rd down and 7. Tyler Reitman has gotten some more time in the backfield here late in the season. The junior featured at the starting linebacker position. We saw him a little bit last year as a running back. He has come in here for the last 2 snaps. He sets up to the left of Bentia. Stedman, the lone target to the left side, trips to the wide side of the field with the ball on the left hash mark. Center Mateo Reynaga with the shotgun snap. Out into the flats, catch made by Brogan. Rackley needs some help with a blocker. He got one, but it took too long to develop. South Medford almost blew it up immediately. The tackler couldn't bring down Rackley, and then he had a man out there to help him block, but he just couldn't get things set up enough to take advantage of the 2-on-1 situation. The ball goes out to the 37. That's a pickup of 2 on the pass play. And Rackley with his first catch of the night. We'll set up 4th down and about 5 to go. Jacob Michael, the punter, out. He gets the kick away. The ball will bounce at the 30. Takes a great Roseburg bounce. The return man will get to it, and he will get taken down immediately on the return. Austin Hoffling unable to escape the Roseburg coverage, and he'll get taken down inside the 20. Roseburg will go 3 and out on their second possession of the night. So the two teams continue to feel each other out. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. And South Medford, their third possession, starting at their own 17-yard line. Today's ball game is brought to you by the Neal Company Real Estate. You can check out available properties and rentals at nealco.com. Offense back out on the field for the Panthers. Pitch to the right side of the line. A couple of blockers out there, but Roseburg will force Bridger Foss out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 4 for the junior running back. This team has featured 3 runners for the most part all season, and they have gotten over 1,600 yards on the ground. Pretty impressive. We'll see how they continue to do tonight. Last week, 310 yards rushing for South Medford. They averaged 285 yards on the ground, just 83 through the air. Schwartz will give it to Foss, the deep man. He tried to make a cut at the line of scrimmage. The initial spot that he wanted to run was filled. He tried to bounce it out. Brogan Rackley there along with Paxton Burke. And Roseburg comes up with a big stop on second down. They'll put it back at the 22. Actually, that's a pickup of 1 on the ground for Foss. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. 3:10 and counting here in the first period. Still scoreless between Roseburg and South Medford. Panthers have it at their own 22-yard line. Got to get it to the 27, needing a long 5 to convert. In shotgun with a back on either side. Schwartz looking to pass. Pressure. He'll step up in the pocket. Nowhere to go. Caden Luther has a hold of the jersey. Drives him back inside the 10, and they will blow the play dead. It's Caden Luther. He'll come up with another sack for the Tribe. And Roseburg gets a big stop on 3rd down and 6. They'll put the ball forward. Progress will take him to the 15. So the sack is a loss of 7 for Schwartz on his first carry. Punt away, another wobbly one. That will take a roll And Caden Eckel was watching it but decides to let it go out of bounds, and it's another great punt for South Medford. They'll back Roseburg back up to their own 27-yard line. So we are trading punts here in the first quarter, 2:16 to play before the first 12 minutes run out. And Roseburg back out for their third possession of the night. Scoreless here from Finlay Field. Tonight's game brought to you by Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, covering all aspects of your life. Contact Allstate agent Susan Gregg at 541-672-4381. Owen Bentia, the junior quarterback, will set up in the backfield with senior Caden Eckel to his right. We'll introduce the offensive line for you here on this possession. Fake the handoff, looking to pass to the right, gets it out into the flats. Catch made, but tackle immediately made by Bridger Foss. The junior was right on top of that pass play out into the flats for Caden Austin. Austin will be at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Up along the front line for Roseburg tonight, Dylan Bradfield, the senior at left tackle, George Gibby, a sophomore at left guard, junior Mateo Reynaga at center, the junior Jack Banna at right guard, and Carson Tyler, a junior, at right tackle. You've got second down and 10. Ball on the right hash mark. Robinson moves in motion, and there's a couple other guys that move as well. Roseburg will get penalized for the first time tonight. Actually, sorry, make that the second time. Roseburg will move back for the false start, 5 yards, back to the 21, not 22. So it'll be second down and 15 with the ball on the right hash mark at the 22. Stedman looking back towards Bentia to get the call on this play. Also on the left side is Robinson with Roseburg, 4 wideouts out there. Bentia looking to pass to his right again. Ball tipped up in the air, batted around and incomplete. Last week, 3 interceptions for this South Medford team. One of them was a tipped ball that was picked off. Wyatt Jennings almost got his hands on that one. He had one of those 3 interceptions just a week ago, but that ball falls incomplete. And it'll be third down and 15 for Roseburg. Clock stops with 1:13 to go here in the first quarter. So it'll set them up, trying to go deep here. South Medford will have a 3-man front. Linebackers up at the line looking to maybe apply some pressure. They will send a couple. Roseburg looking at the reverse, trying to weave through traffic and unable to escape. Caden Austin trapped in the backfield will get dropped back to the 17, losing 5 on the reverse sweep. And Roseburg will have to punt it away. Tried to pull out all the stops on third down and long, and they couldn't catch South Medford off guard. Fourth down and 20 with 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Still scoreless, and Jacob Michael, watched him kicking before the game, and he has been working on the punting. He's gotten pretty good at it, although that one a low spiral kick. It's going to be good position here for South Medford, but the coverage right on top of it. Coming up to make the stop for Roseburg is McLean Stedman. Streaming down the field, he makes a great tackle and will limit the return for South Medford out to the 43, their best field position of the night. South gets the ball with 29 seconds to play in this first quarter. Back and forth we've gone. One team looking to try and find a way to break through. Out come the Panthers as they huddle up. Colby Schwartz will break the huddle and head under center. Deep back is Bridger Foss. They give it to him running left side, makes one cut, and he is met at the linebacker level. Tyler Reitman up to make the stop. Out at the 48-yard line, a pickup of 5 on first down for Foss. And this South Medford team can wear you down with that run as they plow right through the middle behind that big offensive line. Down to 5 seconds to go in the first period. It looks like we're headed to the second with this one scoreless. Roseburg and South Medford both unable to get the ball moving down the field. Defense coming up big. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. This is Roseburg football on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Swap sides of the field. Now South Medford moving right to left on your radio dial. They'll start out the second quarter with a pitch to Bridger Foss. He'll take it across the 50, and the Panthers into Roseburg territory for the first time tonight as they'll go to the 48-yard line, be just a yard shy of the first down marker. A pickup of 4 on the ground for Foss. He needed 5. So it'll be third down and a yard for South Medford near midfield as we start the second quarter in a scoreless ball game. Colby Schwartz goes under center for South Medford. I formation, gives it to Foss, running left side. He slips through into the secondary. It's Landon Hodges that'll wrap him up and pull him down. It'll be a first down for the Panthers to the Roseburg 38-yard line. Pickup of 10, and the Panthers getting the ball moving just a little bit here to start this second quarter. They came in 5-2 on the year, ranked number 16 in the OSAA power rankings. South Medford did spend some time in the OSAA coaches poll, top 10, but no longer ranked in that. They'll give it to the fullback this time, running through the right side, penalty flag out. Hodges with another tackle as running through the line. JT Dalton got the quick handoff. And we'll see how that penalty flag will affect it. It is a hold on South Medford. That'll be backing them up. A couple of South Medford penalties so far, 3 in the ball game. The flag sits, well, they'll count it off from the line of scrimmage. So it'll be back to the 48-yard line. Roseburg half of the field still for the Panthers. South Medford last year had an all-league quarterback and wide receiver. That wide receiver, Andrew Walker, an absolute lightning dynamo out on the field a year ago. He was a sprint champion that really made life tough on defenses stretching the field. Deacon Edgar, the quarterback, able to find him quite a bit, but those guys have graduated. It's Colby Schwartz leading the team now, and they've gone to the ground and pound, looking to throw short. It is caught by Foss on the leak out of the backfield by the running back. And on first down and 20, he'll pick up a good chunk of that to the 33-yard line. That is a 15-yard pickup through the air for Schwartz to Foss. It's not often you see a running back as the leading receiver for a team, but with how little South Medford throws and how little they try to press the ball downfield, Bridger Foss with 14 catches for 180 yards was the leading receiver coming into this ball game tonight for South Medford. Panthers set up with a double tight end look. They'll hand it off. The deep back, it was a big back, and running left side, not much room for Wes Boyd, a sophomore, stood up at the line on. That was on second down and 5. It'll be third down, and they moved it back a hair, but it's still about 5 yards to go as the football sits at the 33. So for Boyd, nowhere to go on that one. And the sophomore, his first carry of the night. 9:45 and counting. Deep pitch to Boyd again. He cuts it around the edge. He gets taken on. He is dropped by Landon Hodges, but not before he picks up 7 yards to move the chains. And South Medford doing what the Panthers do, which is march down the field, eat up the clock, and just wear you down. The football goes to the 27-yard line, and that is a pickup of 6 for Boyd on his second carry as they've gone to the big bruising back out of the backfield. Wes Boyd, listed at 5'10", 185 pounds. Give it to the up man. That is Bridger Foss. And Foss will carry through the middle for about 4 yards as he takes it to the 23. It is 4 yards for Bridger Foss on his 10th carry already on the night. 8:55. Clock running here in the second quarter. Scoreless ball game between South Medford and Roseburg. South Medford with the football. Give it to Boyd. The deep man in the I formation. Cuts up the middle. He gets to the 5. Carries a pile to the end zone. It might be a touchdown for the Panthers, but a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage. Wes Boyd weaved his way right through the middle of the offense, and it's going to be because of an extra hold by the Panthers. So South Medford has a touchdown wiped off the board thanks to a holding penalty at the 23. So what was second down and about 6 will now be second down and about 16. Timeout taken by Roseburg. Let's go ahead and take one ourselves. A 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by our friends at Roseburg Honda. We know that buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. South Medford driving, but a holding penalty will back him up to 2nd and 16 out of the Roseburg timeout. Give it to Wes Boyd, running right side, gets over the tackle, backing his way inside the 25, down to about the 22. They'll spot him officially at the 23. So he picks up the 10 yards that were lost on that penalty. And it is now 3rd down and 6. 8:13 to go. Handed off to Boyd again. He makes a cut. He's at the 20, and he pushes the pile forward to the 16, and he'll move the chains once again. The sophomore is a absolute troublesome guy to bring down. He is just a ball of fury going through the middle right now. Takes it down to the, I think I said the 21. At least that's what I wrote down. He's down to the 16-yard line, which would be a pickup of 7 on that last carry. 1st down and 10 inside the red zone for the first time tonight. South Medford gets it to Bridger Foss, and he is wrapped up in the backfield. Well, they'll say he fell forward to the 15. A favorable spot and a gain of about a half a yard for Bridger Foss on the carry. We have not seen Ryder Scheid, the senior back, second-team All-League selection from a year ago. Haven't seen him so far tonight. Haven't seen Cameron Ragu, the junior, who also a transfer from Cascade Christian, has been an absolute lightning bolt out of the backfield as well for the Panthers. They pitch it to Foss, running right side. He's got blockers, but they cannot keep Roseburg away. And Bridger Foss goes out on the far side. He took a tumble as he went across the lead-up ramp to the long jump pit out there. But he seems to be all right as he makes his way back in. He got to the 15, no gain on 2nd down. And South Medford facing 3rd down and 9. Comfortable night here in the Umpqua Basin where we are starting to feel the effects of fall after a couple of sunny days. Seems a little muggy out here tonight, but 59 degrees here in the second quarter. Still scoreless. Deep man is Boyd. Faked the handoff to him, looking to pass. Things are wide open for Schwartz. He can run it. He takes it inside the 5, gets to the front edge of the end zone and is marked down at the 1. Colby Schwartz will take it 14 yards and set up first down and goal. 6:58 to go on third down and long. He moves the chains. Schwartz comes in. He's the touchdown leader, and he's going to try to add another one as the Panthers try to go quick, and a penalty flag is going to wipe out the touchdown run, possibly here. They tried to go with the tush push to see if they could get Schwartz into the end zone from the 1. Penalty flag came from the near sideline. As we wait for the explanation on the hanky, the Whitecap will give us, it is a false start against South Medford. So South moving a bit too quick on first and goal from the 1 will back themselves up 5 yards, and they'll get first and goal from the 6, I think. Yep, now they walk it off. So back to the 6-yard line, first and goal. Colby Schwartz, 170 yards rushing, but 7 touchdowns on the season. The quarterback will set up under center. Foss is the fullback, Boyd the deep back. Turn and give it to Boyd, running left side. He's met at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. And coming in to help make the stop for Roseburg, Blake Jeffers getting in there. Down at the 5-yard line, a pickup of 1 for Boyd. 6:30 and counting. It's second down and goal from the 5. When I said Blake Jeffers, I believe that is actually Nick Parrish on that stop, wearing 24 tonight. He's had a couple of different numbers throughout the season. Schwartz will set up under center. 2 tight ends. They run to the left side with Boyd. He gets tripped up and he flies his way down to the 2. He got upended, did a barrel roll down to about the 2-yard line, and it's third down and goal for the Panthers. Boyd picking up 3. South Medford trying to find the end zone. They've been in there a couple of times, but penalties have wiped it out. Schwartz under center, high formation, turns, gives it to the fullback Foss, and he will bounce off the pile to the right side and in from 2 yards out. Bridger Foss with the touchdown run. Our first score of the night, it's South Medford to punch it in first to make it a 6-0 score with 5:48 to go in the first half. Bridger Foss was going to try to run up the middle, but everything was jammed in there. He noticed the Roseburg defense had all gotten sucked into the middle, and so he just easily walked it in off the right edge. PAT unit is out, and a penalty flag out before the kick. Jaden Thonstad out to try to put it through the uprights. Penalties against Roseburg on the extra point. It was encroachment. They wave it off, so South Medford will kick it from the usual spot on the PAT, the 20-yarder. So they will set this one up again after the 2-yard touchdown run by Bridger Foss. Thonstad, the sophomore right-footed kicker. Placement down, the kick is away, and he gets it through the uprights. The kick is good, and South Medford, after a lengthy drive, able to take a 7-0 lead over Roseburg. 5:48 to go here in the first half. Let's take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving. .548 to go in the second quarter. Kickoff away. Roseburg, return man from the 12. Robinson going to stretch it to the far side. Gets to the numbers around the edge, and he tiptoes his way out to the 36-yard line, and Roseburg will have the football. Looking to try and even this one up. It was a defensive affair early on, but South Medford, a lengthy drive. They had, three penalties on that. So it was a 15-play, actually make it a 16-play drive because it started at the end of the first quarter. A 16-play drive to get that 7-0 on the board for the Panthers. Roseburg's offense back out on the field with 5:41 to go before the halftime break. They'll set up with Bentia in shotgun, Eckel to his right. He'll move a man in motion, give it to Eckel. He gets met right at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to go. Senior gets dropped for actually a 1-yard loss back to the 35. And Eckel has had just 2 carries on the night. He's back to 0 for his yardage. Needed 145 yards here in the final 2 weeks of the regular season to hit 2,000 in his career. He had a 1,000-yard rushing season a couple of years ago back in 2021. Looking to try and also get to 400 on the year this season. They'll bounce him out of the backfield. Going to throw down the field. Had a man open. The play worked, but the throw too strong. Intended for McLean Stedman down the left sideline. They had Eckel leaking out of the backfield. Bentia did a great job of looking to the back to try and look off the defense, but his throw down the far sideline was just too far out in front of McLean Stedman, and it's 3rd down and 11 for Roseburg. Stedman has wheels, but he didn't have enough speed to get underneath that one. Makes it 3rd down from the 35. Roseburg's got to get to the 46. Trips to the right side of the formation. No tight end for the Tribe. 4-man pressure from the defense. Hit as he throws. That ball tipped in the air off the hands of Dane St. Clair. Almost there to help out, and on the tip drill was Caden Austin, but couldn't get to it. And the incomplete pass, Roseburg's offense will look to kick it away once again. Now, the offense has been kind of the defense has definitely played inspired over the last couple of weeks. But the offense at times will go stagnant and unable to move the football. Although here, Jacob Michael will run out. Roseburg's huddled up and will break the huddle with the punter out there. Michael will step back to the 25. A man moves in motion, and the kick is away. So Roseburg will not try to run anything tricky. A fair catch called for and caught at the 35. Return man for South Medford, Hoffling, will set up the offense for the Panthers. They lead it 7-0. Roseburg a quick 3 and out. And South Medford has the football with 4:48 to go here in the first half. And we'll see if the Panthers can break anything loose to try and add points. Their opening drive, or their last drive, had the final 29 seconds of the first quarter and then ate up 6 minutes and 12 seconds here in the second quarter. So obviously they were a bit of a methodical offense moving down the field the last time out there. They'll set up in the I formation again. Turn fake to hand off to the deep back. Looking to pass. Whipped out to the far side. Catch made out of bounds. Catch made then out of bounds for the receiver, and that is Tanner Tuggle, the senior. And I will almost certainly say that is the first catch of the season for Tuggle, I would imagine. Out to the 46, a pickup of 11. Not many guys have receptions this year for South Medford because they just don't throw the football that much. So Tuggle, a senior, getting a chance to get in on the offensive action. First down and 10 from their own 46. Give it to the deep man Foss, running right side. He slips through the tackle. Roseburg's Brogan Rackley was there and had him one-on-one, but Foss just somehow managed to shed the tackler after a lengthy battle and then sprinted forward for a pickup of 4 out to the 50. That was an impressive play there by Bridger Foss. He was one-on-one, and it looked like Roseburg's defender, Rackley, had him wrapped up, but I almost wonder if he used his off arm to kind of just pull the defender off him and throw him to the turf. Foss will set up as the fullback with Boyd the deep back. They'll pitch it to him going right side out of the I formation. Blockers out there. They seal the lane, and Boyd will stumble his way down to the 39-yard line. A lot of bodies out there. He just pinballs off of everybody. Gets down to the 39 in Roseburg's side of the field. And that is a pickup of 11 for Wes Boyd. South Medford starting to bruise their way against this Roseburg defense. 3:40 and counting in the first half. Schwartz under center. 2 tight ends. Delayed handoff to Boyd running right side. Goes into one of his own offensive linemen. Bounces off. Slips right side. Looked like Reitman had all hands on him. That slowed him up, but he's able to still dive forward. So Roseburg not wrapping up against Boyd, and he slips through and is able to pick up a couple more extra yards as he loses his balance but dives forward. Gets it out to the 33. Picks up 6. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Give it to the deep man again. Makes one cut. Back to the middle of the formation. Spins forward to the 29. And Wes Boyd will get a fresh set of downs for the Panthers. 29-yard line. Pickup of 4. First and 10. South Medford leading 7-0. Trying to add to it here. They've relied on Bridger Foss and Wes Boyd, 2 backs. Have now combined for 100 yards on the night exactly. 46 for Boyd, who sets up as the deep back in the I formation. Foss, the fullback, has 54. Give it to Boyd, running right side. Plenty of blockers over there, and they just open up the lanes over the right tackle. And Wes Boyd just follows the white jerseys in front of him, goes all the way to the 20, picks up 9. Second down and a yard, maybe less than a yard. Got to get it past the 19 for the first down. South Medford will break their huddle. Down to 2 minutes to go. Another lengthy drive, trying to eat up the final 4.5 here in the first half. The fullback, Bridger Foss, moves the chains. He follows the blockers and then does a Superman dive inside the 15 down to the 13. Into the red zone for the Panthers. They don't do anything fancy, but they do what they do well behind this offensive line that's all over 220. And that right side they keep running over. 240 Taylor Tucker and 255 Gabe Stazak. They run right side. It's wide open for Wes Boyd. Inside the 5, gets tackled forward, wrapped up and taken down just outside the hash marks. At the 3-yard line, that's a pickup of 10. It's first and goal. And South Medford just bullying their way towards the end zone. First and goal from the 3. Schwartz under center, turns, hands it off to Foss, running right side. Couple of stutter steps, and he's in across the end line for the touchdown. 13-0. South Medford will take the lead on the second rushing touchdown of the night for Bridger Foss. This time it's from 3 yards. The first one was from 2 yards out. And he will put South Medford in front. With 1:14 to go here in the first half, Roseburg will have another chance at it. And Roseburg does get the football to start the second half. The PAT is waved off. Penalty flag out from the far side. False start on the kicking team. So we'll do it again from a little bit further out. The PAT kicker, Jaden Thonstad, will set up now at the 15-yard line. They'll place the tee. I believe Schwartz. Yep, that is Colby Schwartz, the holder. Snap back, placement down, the kick away, and enough foot behind Thonstad for the PAT. It is 14-0. South Medford in front of Roseburg with 1:14 to go here in the first half. Let's take a 30-second break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
1:14 to go here in the first half. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Tim's Appliance and Mattress at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing, always available. Second touchdown run of the night for Bridger Foss, this time from 3 yards out. And he has helped put South Medford in front by 2 scores. Kickoff return from the 15 for Rackley. Tried to cut it outside the left hash mark, gets wrapped up and brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Roseburg will have 76 yards to try and cover as they start at their own 24 with 1:09 to play here in the first half. So far, they have gotten an interception and set up on a short field but could not do anything, turned it over on downs, and then since then, punt for Roseburg in its last 3 possessions. Owen Bentia still in at quarterback. They have mixed time between Corey Kimball, the sophomore, and the junior, Owen Bentia. They go with a delayed handoff to Eckel. He bounces it to the outside, tight ropes to the sideline, and gets shoved out of bounds. A late penalty flag comes out as Caden Eckel was on the white and got shoved late by South Medford into the bench for the Panthers. And that looks to be a late hit on South Medford after a huge first down run for Caden Eckel. Eckel doing a great job tight roping the sideline, so I get maybe why the defender thinking he need to make that late push, but the play and whistles were already happening, so they take it out to the 41 on the ground by Eckel. He picks up 17 on just his 3rd carry of the night, and then the penalty by South Medford is going to help out Roseburg big time. The football goes all the way to the South Medford 44. So Roseburg into South's territory for a second time tonight. 4 targets for Bentia. He's got Akers to his right. Akers out of the backfield. Pressure comes, and Bentia cannot escape. Coming from the weak side, Grady McQuillan makes the sack, and a timeout taken by Roseburg to try and save some clock here in the first half. The sack drops it back to the 48-yard line. A loss of 4 for Roseburg. It'll be 2nd and 14. Bentia initially stepped up in the pocket, but he felt the pressure, tried to escape and leak out to the right, but McQuillan able to trip him up from behind. He just got a hold of the ankles, or just got a nick of them, and that was enough to bring down Owen Bentia as he tried to escape. 52.8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Roseburg trying to see if they can find some points before the halftime break and cut it back down to a 1-score game. They have the football at the South Medford 48, facing 2nd down and 14. I love that play design on the delayed handoff to Eckel. That was something new we hadn't seen from Roseburg this season, and it worked very well. The offensive motion all went to the right. Eckel on the late handoff leaked out to the left, and the defense out of position. Now they're facing 2nd down and long for Roseburg. Tyler Reitman is in the backfield. They pass out into the flats to Dane St. Clair, and he will be taken down at the 45. He picks up 3. The short pass, not quite enough to eat into that second down and 14. St. Clair with his 3rd catch of the night, but only 11 yards through the air. It's 3rd down and 11. They've got to get it to the 34-yard line. The ball at the 45. St. Clair alone to the right side. Trips to the left for Bentia. It's going to look to St. Clair. The out route, ooh, got there maybe a hair too early and a bit off the mark, low and outside. St. Clair cutting to the sideline. The ball arrived as he made his cut, and Roseburg on 4th down and 11 is looking like they're sending out the special teams. Not a bad play design. It probably was going to be short of the 1st down, but it might have made it 4th and short yardage if they had completed it and given Roseburg a little bit more of an opportunity to try and go for it on 4th down here. But with the ball near midfield, they bring the punt unit out. 43.3 seconds to go. Looking to kick, Michael Will. That ball angled back to the 10. Roseburg's got a man down there to try and trap this inside the 5. Stedman will let it roll, and that ball will settle at the 1-yard line. A beautiful punt by Jacob Michael, and that young man has started to get the hang a little bit of the kicking game. And he's done a nice job helping Roseburg with his foot. But right now, Roseburg needs a little bit of offense to try and match what South Medford has done. The Panthers will have it at their own 1-yard line after the beautiful punt by Jacob Michael. 31.1 seconds to go. Do the Panthers have a deep pass in their playbook? Wide receiver Mike Duclos, Mike Duclos, the junior, 10 catches for 119 yards on the season. He's a true wide receiver. They go with the run play to try and get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Just a scrum that's going to go to about the 6-yard line. The carry by Schwartz there will help South Medford move out of the shadow of their own end zone and likely wear off this first half clock. The ball out to the 6. It was a pickup of 5 for Schwartz. The clock down under 10 seconds to go. And South Medford looks content to head to the locker room with a 14-0 lead on Roseburg. At the end of the first half, it is 14-0. South Medford in front of Roseburg here on senior night and homecoming night. We expect to have a presentation by the Roseburg High Marching Band. As well, we'll probably have some homecoming festivities in there as well, announcing kings and queens and all those princesses and princes out of whatever they call them all. But that's probably all coming up here during the halftime show. So a little bit of a longer halftime show coming up for us. We'll break down the first half. We'll get you a recap of the scoring. We'll get you some stats, and we'll try to take a look at some stats or some scores from other games going on around the state here tonight. At the break, it's 14-0. South Medford in front of Roseburg. Let's take a 2-minute timeout as we come back with your halftime show here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Mountain Mike's, pizza the way it ought to be.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda, We treat you like family.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At halftime, Roseburg trails South Medford 14-0. And we get ready for a presentation from the Roseburg High Band. Before we get to that, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg football on The Score. Well, it was a scoreless first half first quarter in the contest. Both offenses taking a little bit of time to figure each other out. But the second quarter, the running game for South Medford started to wear down the Roseburg Indians. And the Panthers able to put 2 rushing touchdowns on the board after some lengthy drives. It was a score to lead off the second quarter by Bridger Foss from 2 yards out that made it 7-0 with 5:48 to go in the first half. Then Foss would get a 3-yard touchdown with 1:14 to go to make it 14-0. 2 PATs on the night by Jaden Thonstad. That is a recap of your scoring. It's 14-0 at halftime. Let's go ahead and we'll be quiet, but let's keep it right here and let's listen to the Roseburg High School Marching Band on homecoming night here at RHS. That is the Roseburg High School Marching Band. We'll get a chance to hear a little bit more of them here, but let's go ahead and get in another break here during the halftime show. Roseburg trails 14-0 against South Medford on senior night and homecoming night here at RHS, here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
The winds clashed.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union,
Roseburg Honda,
BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullinson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal,
Tim's Appliance and Mattress,
Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair.
Roseburg football trailing 14-0 at halftime. We've got the Roseburg High Marching Band performing here at the halftime break. Let's go ahead and listen in for a little bit more of the Roseburg High Marching Band. That is Roseburg's marching band here at the halftime break. Getting a chance to listen into them just a little bit as they perform. They've got their seniors acknowledged with balloons off of their uniforms here tonight as well. They've got quite a few seniors out there celebrating their senior night performing here tonight as well. Take a look at some first half stats for you real quick here during the halftime break. Joey Kieran here with you. Start off with the South Medford Panthers, the visiting team tonight here, looking to stay in contention for the state 16-team state playoff. That 5-2 on the season, they're looking to go to 6-2 and 4-2 in conference play. Through the air, Colby Schwartz, he hasn't thrown a ton, only 36 completions coming into the season, but he has completed 3 passes for a total of 21 yards and an interception tonight. He has got one to Bridger Foss, one to the running back J.T. Dalton, and then one pass completed to Tanner Tuggle in there as well. Most of the damage done on the ground for the Panthers. 16 carries for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns so far for Bridger Foss. You've got Wes Boyd. He's got 11 carries for 65 yards. Colby Schwartz has 3 carries for 17. And you also had in there Wyatt Jennings, 1 carry for -2. On the other side for Roseburg, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 11 through the air for Owen Bentia for a total of 14 yards. Dane St. Clair leading the way with 3 catches for 11 yards. On the ground, Caden Eckel, 3 carries, 17 yards. Owen Bentia, 2 carries for 6. And Brody Robinson, 1 carry for 3. Not a lot of offensive numbers for Roseburg so far, but their defense has at least made South Medford work for it. Not giving up any big plays. South Medford has had to march down the field a couple of times to be able to get their points on the board. That defense, or that running offense from the Panthers, can definitely wear you down. At the break, it's 14-0. We'll have a look at your BTB Moving scoreboard update here in just a moment here during the halftime break. And don't forget to stick around to the postgame show when we'll name your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Going to listen into the Roseburg High Marching Band for just a little bit longer. This is the Roseburg High Marching Band here at halftime.
And Zeus told the gods, anyone like the sea who moves against
That is Roseburg's marching band. Not sure if they're done or if they're still going. It's always hard to tell when things wrap up, but we're going to go ahead and get in another break here during the halftime show. A 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at your BTB Moving scoreboard update on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Back here at Roseburg High School, where the South Medford Panthers currently lead it by a score of 14-0 on top of the Roseburg Indians. Senior night, homecoming, and a lot of festivities going on around the school this week. I know they always have homecoming festivities and themes and all those kind of things, so I'm sure it's been a busy week around the high school with plenty of school spirit going on. Taking a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update, checking in with scores from other games going on here tonight. BTB Moving, if you've got an upcoming move that's going to take you out of town, reach out to BTB Moving. They provide the labor services for your moving needs. BTB Moving, veteran-owned, affordable, dependable, efficient, and careful. Senior veteran discounts available. Book now at 541-315-0122 or find them on Facebook at BTB Moving. Well, taking a look around the conference tonight, North Medford leading McNary by a score of 31-0 at halftime. So North Medford cruising along in that one. Don't have any other scores from any of the other games going on around the conference tonight as they announce the homecoming court out there. Congratulations to all of those that were selected for that. Earlier today, we had some six-man football. Number 7 ranked Elkton was on the road taking on number 1 ranked Powers in six-man football. Battle of the unbeatens for the league title, and it's Powers that prevails, 26-19, the final score there. A close one for the Elkton Elks as they suffered their first loss of the year. They'll have one more regular season game, another tough one as they take on Alsea next week, and they'll look to try and get back in the win column before they get ready for the postseason. Days Creek picks up a 26-18 win on top of Riddle today. A South County rivalry matchup going on there as Days Creek will get the win. Yesterday in six-man football, it was Glendale winning 7-6. Kind of a surprising score in six-man football. 7-6 your final score as the Pirates win against Gilchrist for their first victory of the season. Other matchups, scores from local games, South Umpqua and Sutherland squaring off down in Tri-City at Kent Weigel Stadium. And at halftime, it is 28-7. South Umpqua is leading Sutherland in that one. 28-7 your score at the break from Tri-City. Also tonight, you've got Douglas hosting Coquille. That one down in Winston. That's senior night there for the Trojans as well. Number 4 ranked Oakland's on the road at North Douglas Yoncalla. And that got underway at 7 o'clock. North Douglas Yoncalla, this is kind of their last gasp at trying to make it into the postseason. So we will see if they are able to pull off the big upset over number 4 ranked Oakland. Oakland trying to set up a big showdown next week against Gold Beach for the league title. So that one going on tonight from Yoncalla High School. Glide is taking on Rogue River this evening, and that is out at Glide High School. And Camas Valley ranked number 9 in the 8-man coaches poll. Camas Valley Hornets hosting winless Chiloquin here tonight. That's a must-win for Camas Valley if they want to secure a spot in the postseason. If they get a win in this one, you pretty much should lock up the possibility of getting that win, getting into the 8-man state playoffs via a tiebreaker. They would have the upper edge in that one, trying to finish top 3 in their league standings. So that is a look up at matchups going on here tonight around the Umpqua Basin. If you've got any scores, you can feel free to report it to us. Hit us up on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can tweet at us and hit us up with some scores. Search 1490 The Score. You'll find our Twitter account there. You can do that. You can send us a message on Facebook. You can use the 541 radio app to get in touch with us and send us any scores as well. Or just chime in on the YouTube channel. You could watch the game streaming there, and you can hit the comment section and let us know any scores from other games around Douglas County there. So did just get an Oakland score, 24-8. Oakland winning at halftime. So North Douglas Yoncalla trailing at the break against the Oakland Oakers. We'll go ahead and we're going to get in one more break as they are announcing the homecoming court here at Roseburg High tonight. It is a 14-0 score at the halftime break. South Medford leading Roseburg as we make our way through the halftime break here. A little bit of an extended one for all of the homecoming festivities. Take the 2-minute break, come back, and we will start getting you ready for the second half here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Roseburg Honda, BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair.
Getting ready for the start of the second half of tonight's ball game. The halftime festivities and homecoming festivities look like they've wrapped up for the time being. A couple minutes left on the clock before we get ready for the second half kickoff. Roseburg will receive the football to start the second half of our ball game. So we'll see if the Tribe able to get something going in the second half and get things started with a big opening drive. So far, we've only seen Owen Bentia as the quarterback out there for Roseburg. We've seen a little bit of Corey Kimball throughout the year as well, but we've seen a little less of him in the first half in the last few weeks than we had previously. So we'll see if we get any Corey Kimball. Kimball has made an appearance in every game this year, thrown for 241 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Owen Bentia had come in 871 yards through the air, 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So the two have been trading time back and forth, and they knew that was going to be the case from the start of the season. So they've been working together, trying to make each other better throughout the year. And we'll see if if the sophomore will get a look at anything to try and jumpstart the Roseburg offense here in the second half. Roseburg only trailing by 2 touchdowns, 14-0 your score as we start the third quarter. So one score could really start to change the dynamic of the ball game just a little bit. We'll see if that has anything to do. And Roseburg getting ready to receive the second half kickoff. The second half will have Roseburg, I believe, going left to right on your radio dial. For those that are tuned in on the score, we appreciate that. Coming up tomorrow, we've got a sports special for you, football fans. Oregon State football is on a bye week, a work week as the coaches like to call it now. So no Oregon State football this weekend. We will fill the time with a top 10 showdown between Ohio State and Penn State tomorrow. Top 10, top 8 teams squaring off from Columbus. And it'll be from Ohio State, from Ohio Stadium there as the Buckeyes host the Nittany Lions. Coverage starts at 8:30, kickoff at 9, coming up tomorrow morning here on The Score. Kickoff away, Roseburg will move left to right on your radio dial. The return man got it about the 18-yard line across the 25 to the 28 for Roseburg's Brogan Rackley. And Roseburg will set up with the football. Rackley has been a pretty good kick returner, averaging 20.3 yards per kickoff return coming into tonight's matchup. The football will be spotted at the 28-yard line. Roseburg's offense on the field. So it will be a first down handoff to Caden Eckel. He stretches it to the outside, and the senior will get a nice run to get things started. As we begin things here, Roseburg will pick up about, they take it to the 32, so a pickup of 4 on first down for Caden Eckel. His run will set up second down and 6. They move a man in motion from left to right, give it to the running back. I believe that might be Nick Parrish getting a first carry out of the backfield. Yeah, Nick Parrish, the senior, is going to get a carry. Parrish will take the football just back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't really pick up much. So back to the 32-yard line. No gain for Nick Parrish. And Roseburg will face third down and 6. Third quarter action, 10:41 and counting. First possession of the second half. Roseburg faked the handoff, running with it. Bentia, he tried to burst through the line but got held up, spun out of it but could not escape. Coming up to make the stop for South Medford. That was Caleb Morgan getting in on the tackle for Bentia, and Roseburg's first drive of the second half goes for 6 yards. And that is about it. Now we'll make it 5 yards. After the Bentia carry for a yard gain. And out to punt, Jacob Michael will get his right foot behind it, gets a nice kick to bounce at the 30. Nobody deep to return, and the ball will roll all the way inside the 15, down to the 13, down. We'll see if they mark it at the 12. So it'll be a punt on the first drive of the second half for Roseburg, and South Medford, with the style of offense they run, with 9:52 to go in the third quarter, they could really start to salt this one away with another lengthy scoring drive. They'll start at their own 12-yard line. First down, a pitch into the backfield. Bridger Foss stretches it around, gets to the 14. He'll pick up short yardage. Roseburg does a nice job of stretching that ball all the way to the edge. Only a 2-yard gain for Bridger Foss on the first down carry. That'll make it a 3-yard gain. So he gets to the 15 according to the officiating crew. So it'll be second down and 7, and South Medford content to just let the clock run and use up the play clock before they head back out there to run the offense. They'll pitch it. No, keeper here for Schwartz going right side. Has the first down and a little extra as he will move the chains coming up. Maverick Akers will make the stop on the first down run for Schwartz out to the 26-yard line, picking up 11. Second longest run of the night for Schwartz. He has a 14-yard run earlier on the night. First and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Panthers. Deep man handed off to him. Foss can't escape. And Roseburg comes up to make the stop. Foss tackled by Akers at the 28-yard line, picking up 2. Second down and 8, and the clock continues to run down to 9:11 to go here in the third quarter. The Panthers leading 14-0 and trying to wear off this third quarter. I mean, they got the football with 9:52 to go, and the way they run it, they could easily run this play clock down. A keeper for Schwartz going over the right side. He will get another first down carry as he lowers his shoulder into the defense. Hodges there to help make the stop. Schwartz takes it to the 38-yard line, picking up 10 this time. And once again, he gives a fresh set of downs for South Medford. And they just will chew up the clock here and continue to, I saw it mentioned, first down in a cloud of dust, 5 yards in a cloud of dust. And that is kind of how they roll. They just like to just kind of pick up chunk yardage and just keep going at it. Foss gets the toss right side. Tyler Reitman will come in and swallow him up. Tackled him to the far sideline. Not before Bridger Foss will carry across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And that is a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 now. And the clock down to 8 minutes to go. Second down and 5. 14-0 the score. Nearing the midway point of this third quarter. Handed off. Wes Boyd, he's going to weave his way through traffic. Gets across the 50, still on his feet. Burke wrapping him up on the lower half. And Irvin comes in to make the tackle up top, but not before Wes Boyd carries across the 50 into Roseburg territory at the 40. He's going to pick up 17 yards on the ground. And he will go over 80 yards on the night. He's the leading rusher. It'll be first down and 10 in Roseburg territory. First and 10 from the Roseburg 40. Looking to hand it off right side. Quick handoff. Spin out of a tackle. Irvin tries to bring down Foss. He's still on his feet. Tumbles to the 5. Stays up. Dives across the goal line. Touchdown, South Medford. A 40-yard touchdown run as he just shed tackler after tackler, and Bridger Foss will have his third rushing touchdown of the night, and this one comes from its longest out. He will put South Medford up 20-0. And with that run, Bridger Foss will go over 100 yards on the night. And now it'll be the PAT kicker. That is Thonstad out to try and put it through the uprights. And he will do it. And that will make it a 21-0 lead. South Medford in front of Roseburg. And with 6:49 to go, the South Medford Panthers have built a 3-score lead, and Roseburg's offense has struggled to move the ball. We'll see if they can find any sort of spark. This one's not out of reach. Still plenty of time to go in this ball game, but they've got to get some offense going and get it going quick. We're going to keep it right here after that touchdown here in the third quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Give them a call at 672-5701. So 21-0 with 6:49 to go in the third quarter. Out to kick it away is Thonstad. He will boot it deep. And the return man for Roseburg will get it out about the 12-yard line. Bounces off of a few South Medford tacklers. And some pushing and shoving now going on at the end of it, and a lot of penalty flags have come out. Roseburg will separate their players to their sideline, and another penalty flag out at the far side over by the South Medford sideline. I'm not exactly sure who all was instigating anything there, but Roseburg at the moment has the football at their own 24-yard line to start out this drive, but we'll see how the penalty flags assess everything here. Officials are conferring. We'll go ahead and take the second here to tell you that another sponsor of Roseburg football is Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Roseburg looking to try and get some offense. It's first down for Roseburg, and it's going to be a penalty against South Medford. So from the 24, South Medford with that penalty got a little extracurriculars happening there. They'll put the football out to the 39-yard line, a 15-yard penalty. 6:44 to go. And Roseburg will have Dane St. Clair spread out to the alone to the right side. Caden Eckel in the backfield to the right of Owen Bentia. Caden Austin, Brody Robinson, and McLean Stedman spread out to the left side of the formation. Four-man front for South Medford's defense. So they look to try and continue to stifle the Roseburg offense. 1st and 10, fake the handoff to Eckel. Bentia going to bounce it to the near side, racing to the sideline. Into the benches they go. And chasing Bentia out of bounds. Wyatt Jennings there to run him out. No pushing and shoving across the sideline. It was all clean on that play. The run goes to the 40. Pickup of 1 for Bentia. Had a long way to run to get to it. He started in the middle of the field all the way to the near sideline. Gained just the 1 yard. The ball with the nose of the football at the 40. 2nd down and 9. Clock stopped with the play out of bounds. 6:38 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the right hash mark. South Medford looking to maybe send some pressure. They will pull it back, trying to set up the screen. It goes into the middle. Oh, crunched big time. 2 players coming in to hit Brody Robinson, and flags now out. Robinson made the catch, got hit from one side, and now another penalty flag out. Robinson got hit from one side, and another player kind of running in that direction just got in and kind of made contact. Didn't seem like anything malicious trying to make a bad hit there, but just got caught kind of going across the formation for Brody Robinson, and he ended up getting hit. So the penalty flag, unsportsmanlike against Roseburg, and an unsportsmanlike against South Medford. So the football will be spotted at the 41 at the moment. I guess they're offsetting dead ball penalties. So the play will stand to the 41 on the pass play. Pickup of 1, and South Medford looks like they've called a timeout. So they will call their first timeout of the second half. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The beauty, the adventure, and all the unique surroundings that the Umpqua Valley has to offer with the Neal Company Real Estate. Serving Douglas County since 1977, we're a veteran-owned company with experienced agents who are ready to walk you through the real estate process. We are passionate about helping people buy or sell their dream homes because they're our neighbors, and we like to see our community thrive. Live the Oregon dream in the Umpqua Valley.
Timeout taken by South Medford. For those that are watching online, tonight's video stream is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We'll adjust the scoreboard. Roseburg has all 3 of its timeouts in the second half. South Medford using its first. 3rd quarter action for you here. Things getting a little chippy out there. We had 2 personal foul penalties on the last play. They offset. 6:29 to go. Roseburg has 3rd down and 8 after a 1-yard pickup on the pass play to Brody Robinson. His first catch of the night. Empty backfield, pulling it in on the quarterback draw. Bentia, a stiff arm, got out of a tackle, stretches to the far side. He'll stretch it enough to get the first down on the far sideline across the 50 to the South Medford 49. So for Owen Bentia, he'll pick up 10 on the carry, his second 10-yard run of the evening. And Roseburg has a first down. Those have been hard to come by so far tonight for the Indians, but they will move into South Medford territory with 6:21 on the clock. Eckel to the right of Bentia. 2 targets either side of the formation. Ball on the left hash mark. Bentia looking to his left to pass. Quick pass. Oh, it's picked off. It's taken away by South Medford. It's Jacob Dalton, and he's going to race down the sideline. He caught everyone off guard, and Roseburg will not catch up to him. It's at the moment a pick 6 for South Medford. A penalty flag out on the sideline. I think it's going to be a sideline warning for South Medford, or a sideline penalty. But South Medford will have the pick 6. And Jacob Dalton got in there and just took that ball away from Caden Austin, I do believe. So Bentia will have his first turnover of the night. And a pick 6 for Jacob Dalton. Returns that one about 45 yards for the TD. And it makes it 27-0 pending the extra point. Defensive touchdown for South Medford stretches their lead to 4 scores. The PAT is good by Thonstad. 28-0 here on homecoming night for Roseburg. The Panthers are starting to stretch their lead. Roseburg will have the football. We'll come back after a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Third quarter action from Roseburg High School. High school football tonight for you here on the Score. Our coverage is brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza, a legendary pizza tradition. 6:11 to go in the third quarter. A couple of touchdowns, one a defensive score for South Medford, and they have pulled away here. A kick short to the 31. Dane St. Clair, one of the upmen, is going to receive that football. No, excuse me, Jeremiah LaPre. And now penalty flags come out at the very end of everything. And it appears things getting a little chippy out there for everybody on the field. Penalty flags out at about the 40-yard line. The return went to the 36. Corey Kimball's going to take over at quarterback for Roseburg. So we'll see how this penalty affects where Roseburg starts with the football. And they're going to count it off against South Medford. So they went from the 36 out to the 49. 15-yard penalty against South Medford. Takes the football to the South 49-yard line, and the new quarterback, Corey Kimball, will get a chance to try and lead the offense. Kimball handed off. It's Caden Eckel racing over the left side. He gets ripped down as he goes to about the 47, picking up 2. 5:53 and counting here in this third quarter. Coming to the sideline, Brody Robinson. Roseburg has St. Clair. Rackley and Austin to the right side of the formation. Brayton Loomis, I believe, out to the far side of the field. The senior getting a chance on offense. Pass out to Rackley. Rackley loses the football. It's on the ground. And diving on it is Caden Austin. Rackley unhappy with himself that he gave that one up. He does get tackled for a loss back to the 48. A loss of 1 on the first completion for Corey Kimball. And it'll be 3rd down and 9. Got to get it to the 39-yard line, South Medford half of the field. Fumble recovered by Roseburg, so they'll keep the possession. Third down play coming up. Corey Kimball, the sophomore, in shotgun with Caden Eckel to his right. Trips to the short side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. Roseburg moving left to right. Eckel out of the backfield. Kimball flushed out to the left side. A lot of room out there, but he's going to try to square up and throw. He will not escape. South Medford will wrap him up, and he gets taken back into Roseburg territory at the 49. Jacob Dalton, the first defender to get there on the sack. Kimball tried to roll out of the pocket and find somewhere to go downfield with it, but he just didn't have enough time, didn't have enough space to get out into open territory to run, and he gets taken back a 3-yard loss on that sack. And with the clock running, 4 minutes to go here in the third, Roseburg's punt unit back out on the field. Jacob Michael, a big night tonight, punting the football. He will set up at his own 38-yard line, gets the snap, a good one, gets a big boot behind it, angles to the sideline. Catch made, defense right there. No fair catch called for, and South Medford, the return man, Austin Hoffling, got hit immediately. Nowhere to go with the football. He will get The 15-yard line is where they will spot him. Nice job on the kickoff coverage, the punt coverage by Roseburg. But the South Medford offense back out on the field. They have the ability to wear off this final 3.5 minutes here in the third quarter. Colby Schwartz will head under center, turns, hands it off to Bridger Foss. He stretches it to the outside. It's a foot race to the 20. He gets taken down on that far side of the field. And that's Brody Robinson coming up to make the tackle on the first down carry for Foss. Out to the 21, picking up 6. And Bridger Foss has now had 20 carries tonight for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. A defensive score on the board as well for South Medford tonight. The Panthers averaging 26.1 points per game, sitting at 28 at the moment. High formation, deep man is Foss again over the right side behind those big linemen. Landon Hodges trying to force him out across the far side, finally does, as Bridger Foss just continues to carry the defender, and Roseburg is on their heels. These runners just into the body of the defenders, and Roseburg has a hard time bringing them down on first contact. The run moves the chains out to the 47-yard line, and that is a pickup of 26 on the ground for Foss. He's nearing 150 yards on the night. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Give it to the new man running out of the backfield. That is Jacob Dalton, JT Dalton, excuse me. Dalton getting a carry. Short gain on first down to the 50-yard line. 3-yard pickup. Second down and 7. Moon shining down on us here as the third quarter winding down. Comfortable night. Sweatshirt type of weather here at Finlay Field. Been a dry one after a nice week of weather here in the Umpqua Basin. South Medford trying to head home to the Rogue Valley with a positive outlook here tonight. And they continue to rumble their way, eating up yardage, taking it into Roseburg territory to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the ground for Bridger Foss. And he goes over 150 yards on the night. Clock down to 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. South Medford leading this one 28-0. Ball on the right hash. A new man in at a left tackle position for South. That is Andres Rojas Cortez blocking over the left side as Foss goes that direction. Hodges in for another tackle. He's had a lot of those tonight. Not necessarily what you want to see is the secondary. You don't want them to be the guys constantly making the tackles against the run game, but Hodges being asked to do so as many of these runs getting to the second level. That is a 9-yard pickup on the ground for Foss. And it is second down and a yard for the Panthers. South Medford, if they hang on for a win here tonight, will improve to 4-2 in conference play, but looks like they'll probably still remain in fourth place in the standings. North Medford was winning easily against McNary. That could set up a pretty fun matchup next week between North and South, the Black and Blue Bowl. Running left side, hit at the line of scrimmage. The ball came out. Roseburg might have a second takeaway. On the football, Byron Irving with the fumble recovery. And Bridger Foss will give it up. He got hit at the line of scrimmage. He maybe took it to a first down carry right about at the 29. He needed only a yard, but then he fumbles it, and Roseburg comes away with it. And it was Irving with the fumble recovery. And Roseburg has the football with 51.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second takeaway of the night for Roseburg. Kimball out there, hands it off. Eckel running up the middle, and they get to the line of scrimmage, pick up about 1, and that's about all Roseburg has been able to get on many of these runs between the tackles. Ball goes to the 31, a pickup of 2 for Eckel. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 after a 2-yard run by Caden Eckel. Down to 20 seconds here in the third quarter. Roseburg's offense on the field. The sophomore Corey Kimball in shotgun with Eckel to his right, the senior. Move a man in motion. It's a give to Eckel on the option. Eckel will bury his head into the defensive line, and he will carry for about another 2 yards out to the 33. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. It's 28-0, South Medford in front. Roseburg, after a second takeaway tonight, has the football as we start the fourth quarter after this 1-minute break. This is Roseburg football on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Whether it's across town or across the state, moving is always a chore. So let BTB Moving help with your next move. BTB Moving is a labor-only company offering statewide services such as packing and unpacking, loading and unloading, piano moving, cleaning services, and 24-hour emergency services. BTB Moving is an affordable, veteran-owned company here to help with your next move. Call 541-315-0122 or find BTB Moving on Facebook. That's BTB Moving for all your moving needs.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
12 minutes on the board on the final home game of the regular season for Roseburg. Corey Kimball trying to stretch the field, goes downfield on 3rd down, and it is interception. Intercepted the safety back there, able to lay out to pick that one off. Austin Hoffling will take it away as Corey Kimball tried to throw down the seam and out of the reach, I believe, intended for Dane St. Clair, but it was off the mark, and it's Hoffling that comes away with the pick to start the fourth quarter. Welcome you back here to Finlay Field, and Roseburg will have its second turnover of the night. Second interception, the first one was returned for a touchdown. 11:54 to play. South Medford looking to salt away the clock, has it at their own 40-yard line. First down run, what a surprise. Carrying the football for South Medford was Wyatt Jennings as he runs out to the 45-yard line, picking up 5. Taking their time. Quarterback Colby Schwartz waiting for the play clock to run down, turns and hands it off to Jennings, running the left side. He gets stood up. Down at the ankles was Maverick Akers that got his arms wrapped around the leg of Wyatt Jennings and stopped him for only a gain of 2. And South Medford will have 3rd down and 3. Got to get it to the 50-yard line. But their more important objective probably at the moment is using up the game clock. Under 11 minutes to go as the student section down below us getting excited about something. It's always hard to tell from up here, but can hear them cheering. I formation. Schwartz looking to pass as he drops deep, going downfield, out of the reach, intended for Tuggle. Tanner Tuggle, the senior, got a catch earlier in the game, one of just 3 completions on the night for Schwartz. He has the longest catch of the night at 11 yards, but that one would have beaten that. He raced deep downfield, but couldn't get to that football as Schwartz didn't have the touch to send it deep. Landon Hodges, no, it'll be Caden Eckel deep to return as the punt unit does come out for South Medford. A late decision there by the Panthers. They send one guy on late as well. Roseburg's going to send Hodges off the field. Kick away, and is going to take a South Medford roll to the 25 and the 24-yard line. The punter, Gannon Jones, was trying to draw a penalty flag there. He did end up on the ground. It looked like he had some contact, but the officials let it slide. So the punt away, Roseburg with the football. 10:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. And now suddenly it feels as if things cooling down up here in the booth. I can feel a real cold wave starting to settle in. 24-yard line is where Roseburg starts with the football. Oh, the door opened somehow. That's probably how we're starting to get a breeze coming through. Fumble on the snap for Kimball. He'll pick it up. Got to try and tuck it and run. Nowhere to go. He loses yardage back to the 20 on the mishandled snap. So he will lose 4 yards on the play. Second down and 14 for Roseburg. Clock running. Kimball with Eckel to his right. 4 targets, 2 to either side of the line of scrimmage. They move Rackley in motion. Low snap again. Kimball just going to tuck it. He's going to run up the middle. Found a little bit of room on the broken play. He'll muscle his way out past the 31-yard line. And Corey Kimball will pick up 11 on the scramble. And it makes it third down, but Roseburg only 4 yards needed for the first down. A nice scramble to make something out of nothing for the sophomore. Tyler Reitman will run out there with the play. The junior will take over at running back. Caden Eckel will come off the field. Brayton Loomis, the senior, spread to the near side. Trips to the far side of the field, and a timeout taken by Roseburg. They'll use their first here in the second half. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and keep it right here. Roseburg football trailing 28-0 against South Medford. The Panthers lately have owned this series. South Medford has won 11 of the last 12 meetings. The last time Roseburg won was back in 2021. Here in the fourth quarter, 9:02 to go. Now the timeout by Roseburg. Roseburg football this season brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call them at 541-378-6694. And by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Roseburg will try to dial up a play for a first down on 3rd and 4. They'll head to the line. Ball on the left hash mark. Kimball in shotgun. Has Reitman in the backfield but motions him out. Looking to his left. A quick pass to Hodges inside bubble screen, and Hodges nowhere to go. South had that one sniffed out from the get-go. They'll give Hodges to the 32-yard line. That is a pickup of 1 on the pass completion. Hodges his first catch of the night. And for that senior, he hasn't had many catches this season. That's just his 3rd of the year. Got a little bit of time early on in the year, but has been mainly a defender since the first couple of weeks of the year. Nick Parrish will line up as a wide receiver as Roseburg getting a lot of seniors out. Actually, sorry, it is 4th down and 2. So the punt unit is out. Parrish is out there as a gunner on the left side of the line. They've got Jacob Michael, the junior punter, back. He will get his foot into it, gets a wobbly kick end over end to the far sideline, bounces on the south side of the 50 before it takes a backwards hop into Roseburg territory, down by Hodges on the far side of the field at the 47. So Roseburg, a 3-and-out, punts it away once again after holding South Medford to a punt on its last possession. 8 minutes exactly on the scoreboard for Roseburg and South Medford here tonight. The Panthers starting with the football at the Roseburg 47-yard line. Next week, the final week of the regular season for South Medford. The rivalry game between crosstown and rival North Medford should be a good matchup there, as those two teams will be battling for a top 3 finish in the league standings. For Roseburg next week, it's at Grants Pass. headed to Mel Ingram Field. Quarterback, it's the backup that got a chance to play last week, Lakana Brown. Brown, a sophomore, filled in last week for Colby Schwartz. Didn't attempt a pass, but ran 12 times for 41 yards, and on first down, he carries. The sophomore takes it to the Roseburg 42, picking up 5. So Brown in the game as they have pulled Schwartz. Senior Colby Schwartz night appears to be done, with the score 28-0 in favor of the Panthers, and the clock running down to 7:15. Turn, handed off, running up the middle. Big burst into the secondary. Oh, no one out there. Open and down to the 10 before a big hit coming across. Paxton Burke will hit the runner out of bounds. Carrying the football there, Kellen Lefauve. And Lefauve the sophomore, will set up first and goal from the 6-yard line as he breaks his way. That'll be a 36-yard pickup on the ground for Lefauve. Hope we're saying that one right. Didn't necessarily think that we would see some of the sophomores on the roster in tonight's game. Lefauve will get it. He sidesteps one defender, goes over the right side down to the 2-yard line. Second and goal. 2 yards out, picking up 4. 6:51. South Medford trying to add to the lead on top, 28-0. Lefauve is the deep man. Give it to the fullback, running over the right side. It takes contact at the goal line, but in a touchdown run for South Medford. JT Dalton, the junior, will score and makes it a 34-0 ball game. A 2-yard touchdown run. And now the PAT unit out. Thonstad's right foot getting a lot of work here tonight. 6:41 to go still in the fourth quarter. The kick is away and through the uprights, and it will make it 35-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Come back here to Finlay Field on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The first Cascade branch opened in 1948. Things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Back here at Finlay Field, where Roseburg wrapping up their home schedule for the season. Going to be on the road at Grants Pass for their senior night coming up next Friday. With tonight's result, playoffs do seem to be out of reach for Roseburg, so that'll likely be the end of our broadcast schedule for the Indians here this fall. The kickoff goes to Jeremiah LePray, the senior. Had to go through his hands, but Caden Austin there to back him up, picked it up, and he carries it out across the 35. So Roseburg on the return set themselves up at their own 38-yard line. 35-0, 6:18 to go, and we've hit that 35-point mark, so we do have a running clock here for the remainder of the fourth quarter. Once you hit that mark, you cannot stop the running clock, so final 6 minutes will run off quickly here. Roseburg with the offense back on the field. Loomis to the near side. Great to see that young man back on the field after last time we were here at home. He went off the field on a stretcher. Run for Caden Eckel over the right side. Carries to the 40-yard line, picking up 2. It's been just a couple of yards here and there all night for Caden Eckel. 2nd down and 8. Brayton Loomis left against North Medford on a stretcher in the first half of that game, and we are so happy that he is been cleared and feeling good enough to be back out on the field. I talked with him this week, and he's looked good, seemed to be feeling good. So really excited for him that he was able to come out for his senior night here tonight at Roseburg High. 5:16, Kimball pass out into the flats for Brogan Rackley. He tucks it in and carries to the 44. Pick up of 4 through the air. Second catch of the night for Rackley. Sorry, make that his third catch of the night. George Gibby will come back into the game for Roseburg on the offensive line. They had a JV guy that had filled in for a moment at left guard for him. Hodges, a senior, is out there off on the offense for Roseburg here on this drive. He's spread out wide to the far side of the field as some of these seniors getting an opportunity to play on the offensive side. They haven't had a ton of time on the offensive side this year. They go with the delayed handoff. That play they ran in the first half with some success. But this time, Caden Eckel wrapped up, spun forward down to the line of scrimmage, back at the 44. No gain. And it will be 4th down for Roseburg. So 4th down and about 4 to go, and the offense looks like it's going to stay on the field for Roseburg, down to 4 minutes to play. Corey Kimball with Eckel to his right, trying to move the chains here and keep the offense out there for Roseburg. Rackley and Loomis to the left side of the formation. Kimball, pump fake, pulls it down. He's going to scramble to the right side. He's got the first down, and he's into South Medford territory. The sophomore will keep the offense on the field with a scramble. Takes it to the South Medford 49-yard line. They'll pick up 7 on that scramble. So Roseburg with a fresh set of downs as they see if they can try and put some points on the board. Roseburg has not been shut out this season, trailing 35-0, 3:15 to play. They've got 49 yards to go to pay dirt. Nick Parrish will be in the backfield to the left of Kimball. They need another man on the field. Rackley will set up on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Kimball gets the snap. It goes through his hands, racing back. And the ball's still loose. South Medford will jump on it. It is Alex Varner, a senior, that will get the fumble recovery. The football goes all the way back to the 22-yard line on the Roseburg half of the field. And Roseburg will have their third turnover of the night. And with the recovery, Varner, the senior, making an impact there. 2:22 to go in the ball game. South Medford with it at the Roseburg 22-yard line. New quarterback in, turns, hands it off, running to the near side. Cut upfield at the 15 and hit from behind. It's Nick Parrish that will bring down the runner. That was once again Wyatt Jennings running with the football. Jennings weaved his way down to the 11-yard line, picking up 11. Jennings will have the first down carry and can hear from the sideline. South Medford planning to take a knee. 1:35 to go. They can wear out the game. Roseburg has 2 timeouts left in their pocket, but I'm not sure if they would use them here. Under center, the quarterback is Tanner Scheid, a junior. His first series, but he's going to be the one to take the knee. And that is pretty much going to wrap this one up for South Medford and Roseburg here tonight. Clock is running down to 1 minute to go in this one. South Medford will improve to 6-2 on the season and 4-2 in South Special District 1 play, the South Central Conference. Roseburg's going to fall to 1-7 on the year and 0-6 in conference play. And they will try to get their first conference win of the season next week when they head to Grants Pass. Play clock running down. And taking a knee once again is Scheid. And that is just about to do it. Teams will head to the sideline. South Medford already lining up for the midfield handshake, and the night will come to an end. Your final score from Roseburg's Finlay Field is going to be 35-0. South Medford last year won 37-0. This year they do it again, 35-0. The first shutout of the season for Roseburg's offense. And this one is final. 35-0 your score. South Medford in front. And they will get ready for the Black and Blue Bowl coming up next week. Should be a fun matchup from Spiegelberg Stadium for those two teams battling for spots in the Special District 1 standings. We'll come back with a quick post-game show. We'll have your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game to announce, and we will recap it real quick for you. Get you ready for the rest of your weekend for football coming up. Don't go anywhere, folks. The post-game show coming up after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google-certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings edge to edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Thanks for tuning in to today's broadcast of Roseburg High School Sports on The Score.
This broadcast is presented by
Flyaway Travel, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Roseburg Honda, BTB Moving, Susan Gregg Allstate Insurance, and also by Dr. Ullenson Randall, DC Farmers Co-op, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Roseburg Disposal, Tim's Appliance and Mattress, Abby's Pizza, and Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair.
Back here at Roseburg High School. Tough night tonight on senior night where the Roseburg Indians fall to the South Medford Panthers 35-0. Competitive first quarter. It was scoreless at the end of the first 12 minutes, but South Medford's ground and pound attack just wore down this Roseburg defense and was too much here tonight. As we go through the postgame show, want to go ahead and pause real quick. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg football on The Score. Roseburg football this season brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. We'll have a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update coming up here in this post-game show. And we will name your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Let's take a look at scoring recap for you. First half, not a lot of action, especially the first quarter. It was 0-0 after one. Both teams unable to move the football all that much as the defenses were playing pretty strong early on, but South Medford would finally break through in the second quarter. A 2-yard touchdown run after what would be a 15-play drive for South Medford. They started at their own 43. It took them 15 plays to go 57 yards. A 2-yard score for Bridger Foss made it a 7-0 ball game on the PAT by Jaden Thonstad. Foss would score again on a 3-yard run on the next possession for South Medford. The kick was good. It was 14-0, and that was your score at halftime. In the third quarter, South Medford would add a 40-yard touchdown run for Bridger Foss. And Foss would, with that score and the PAT, would make it 21-0 in favor of the Panthers. On the next possession, Roseburg had it. A pass play picked off by the defense. That would be Jacob Dalton with the interception. Returned it about 45 yards for the score. The PAT was good. It was 28-0 at the end of 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, South Medford would add one more score to get us to the running clock with 8 minutes, make that 6:41 to go in the ball game. The score this time, running it in from 2 yards out, was J.T. Dalton, and the PAT making it 35-0. That is your scoring recap in tonight's ball game. Taking a look at individual stats from this one, we know that South Medford doesn't throw a ton, so not surprising to see that Colby Shorts was 3 of 5 through the air for 21 yards and an interception. With 2 catches on the night. Actually, with 1 catch on the night for 11 yards, Tanner Tuggle, your leading receiver. Bridger Foss on the ground, carries for 24 times, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns, did have 1 fumble lost in this one. He had a long of 40 yards on that touchdown run. Also, Wes Boyd had 12 carries for 82 yards on the night for the Panthers. On the other side for Roseburg, through the air, Owen Bentia, 7 of 13, had an interception, completed those 7 passes for all of 15 yards. Corey Kimball was 3 for 4 through the air for 4 yards and an interception. On the ground, Caden Eckel, 29 yards on 9 carries. Owen Bentia had 5 carries for 18 yards. Corey Kimball, 4 carries for 11. Dane St. Clair had 3 catches for 11 yards tonight, and Brogan Rackley had 3 catches for 5. With his 29 yards on the night here tonight for Caden Eckel, he is now 6 yards away from hitting last year's total, and 29. So he's 116 yards away from hitting 2,000 for his career. He'll try to do it against Grants Pass coming up next week. So that is a look at your stats on tonight's contest. Roseburg falling to South Medford 35-0. It's time now here in the postgame show to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. And tonight we're going to give it to a special teams player. Jacob Michael is going to be your player of the game. The punter did a good job of continually backing South Medford up into their own territory and did a good job of trapping them deep in their own territory. But unfortunately, just the defense worn down by that ground and pound offense from South Medford. So the field position battle didn't necessarily help out Roseburg here tonight on the scoreboard, but Jacob Michael did a great job doing his duty of punting the ball and trying to flip the field, and tonight he did it very well for the junior punter. So Jacob Michael is tonight's Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. We appreciate Mountain Mike's for sponsoring that award. Mountain Mike's Pizza the way it ought to be. Check them out over on the corner of Bellows and Harvard here in Roseburg, not that far from Roseburg High School here by the 124 interchange in Roseburg. Taking a look at your scoreboard update, your BTB Moving scoreboard update. Of course, tonight our score 35-0. South Medford wins this one this evening. Earlier we heard that it was 31-0 North Medford in front of McNary. So it looks like it's going to set up quite the battle between the Black Tornado and the Panthers next week. North Medford will improve to 5-1 in conference. South Medford 4-2. So a win for the Panthers next week could put them into 3rd place in the conference standings. Other scores that we had for you here tonight: Sutherland and South Umpqua down in Tri-City at Kent Weigel Stadium. Last we heard, 3rd quarter action, 42-7, and South Umpqua was leading that one over Sutherland there. South Umpqua looking to try and secure their spot in the postseason, and a win tonight will pretty much erase any possibility that they will not be in the 3A state playoffs. Douglas was hosting Coquille tonight. Don't have a score on that one for you to report at this time. Oakland at North Douglas. It's final there, 46-8. Oakland winning in that one. The Oakers will stay undefeated and will set up a big battle for the league title coming up next week against Gold Beach. Glide hosting Rogue River tonight. Don't have any scores there. Number 9 ranked Camas Valley is hosting Chiloquin. A must-win there for the Hornets as they look to try and secure their spot in the postseason. Earlier today, this afternoon, number 1 ranked Powers defeating number 7 ranked Elkton, a top 10 battle for the league title. Powers winning 26-19, and also Days Creek getting a win at Riddle in a South County matchup. Days Creek wins 26-18. Yesterday, it was Glendale getting their first win of the season in 6-man football, 7-6 over Gilchrist. That's a look at your BTB Moving out-of-town scoreboard update. If you've got a move coming up that's going to take you out of town, reach out to BTB Moving. They provide labor services for your moving needs. Find them on Facebook at BTB Moving or give them a call at 541-315-0122. And that is going to do it for us tonight here, folks, from Roseburg's Finlay Field for a final time here in 2023. Senior night unfortunately didn't go the way that the Roseburg boys were hoping for here this evening. But they'll see if they can pick up one more win on their season next week as they head to Mel Ingram Field in Grants Pass, where they will take on the Cavemen to finish out this 2023 season. That's going to be a 7 o'clock kick. We hope you'll join us from Grants Pass for that one. Before we say goodnight, want to say thanks to the South Medford Panthers for making the trek up here. It was a good game played here tonight, competitive on both sides, and for the most part, fairly clean out there this evening. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue and the Roseburg High School football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg High football here on The Score. Congratulations to all these seniors tonight getting honored here this evening. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you've put in a ton of effort and work into the season. And look, it doesn't always pan out for wins, but we know that they're putting in a ton of work and having some fun out there playing, and that's what matters. And so congratulations to them on a season and that they're putting together here, writing their own story, whatever it may be. And good luck to all of them as their high school careers wrap up, not only on the football field, but also in the classroom as they go on to do some special things in this world. Good luck to all of them. It's been a lot of fun to cover them this season. But the season not done. We've got more coming up next week. I want to say thanks to Connor McLean back in the studio for the radio production here tonight. Thanks to Angela Kieran for help with the video production on site here this evening. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk with you next week where we will have the regular season finale for the Roseburg Indians as they head to Grants Pass to take on the Cavemen. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff from Mel Ingram Field, and that means our pregame coverage from Grants Pass will start at 6:45. We'll have the coverage for you here on The Score. You can watch online as well. Don't forget, all of our high school football coverage starts at 6 o'clock on Friday nights with the Friday night pregame show. So tune in next week, starting at 6, leading right into Roseburg football pregame at 6:45. You can catch the action streaming with video online at 541radio.com or catch it right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.